A small group of visionaries, and I had to write these names down because I wanted to get them correctly, by the name of R.V. Randolph, S.L. Latimer, E.R. Cargill, M. Paris, and B. Tolliver came together with the common idea of improving conditions for the licensed beauty professional and honoring the industry of cosmetology. This was the foundation for one of the oldest and greatest beauty institutions known to man. And I'm talking about no other than the National Beauty Culturists League. Hi, my name is Stephanie Anderson, and welcome to ManeHealth. And today, I'm going to give you a little insight about the NBCL, who I'm proud to be a member of. But also, we're going to talk about its rich history. We're going to talk about how it manifests on the state. We've got some exciting news about the state of Texas and the local area. And today, I have some special women to my right who are my sorors, my sisters, members of the UBB, which is the United by Beauty organization, right? So to my right, I have Dr. Lula Gatling. I have Dr. Penelope Bailey. Hi, ladies.
Hey.
Help me welcome them today.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. I said I was going to have you guys back on.
Yes.
In a previous show, we talked about just briefly the UBB, and I thought it would be great for the listeners to kind of get a little bit more insight about what it is we do. I'm excited about the local organization, but I wanted to kind of to do that. So first, Dr. Lula, tell me a little bit about what it is. I know you're a salon owner here in San Antonio. Just kind of tell me a little bit about what you do here professionally.
Okay. As she stated, I'm Dr. Lula Gatling. I'll explain to you what's behind that doctorate in just a little bit. I'm located on 6806 West Avenue, San Antonio, Texas. I'm a local business owner. My business name is Set Apart Hair Studio. The main reason we're here is we want to talk about our local chapter, which is stated UBB, United by Beauty. We want to give you information about that as far as how you can matriculate through the Institute of the National Beauty Culturists League.
Awesome. And Dr. Penny.
It certainly is a pleasure, and I'm so glad that you did have us back. I really enjoyed the event that you hosted not too long ago.
Awesome, thank you.
And I was so looking forward to when you did give us a call to come back. Having the opportunity to talk about UBB at a local level, the state, the national, it truly is an honor to be a part of an organization, as you stated,
Yes.
that is now 100 years old.
Oh, yes.
And with the three of us that are here, we actually have over 100 years of experience. So that speaks volumes in itself.
Yes.
So we are so happy to explain what our vision is, where we're going, and how we need additional members to help ensure that we're going to reach that goal.
Awesome. Thank you so much for bringing that out. And yes, it's so true that the national level, which we're under the umbrella of the National Beauty Culturists League, just celebrated their centennial, their 100th year. And I will just briefly, because we want to go definitely into the local, because we are looking to add additional professionals to our organization. But the league, our organization of United by Beauty, as you say, is not united by cosmetology. It's not united by, it is for everyone in the beauty industry. Cosmetologists, barbers, nail technicians, estheticians, what have you. If you're a licensed professional, we want you. And if you're a student, we want you too, right?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Okay. Dr. Gatling, you said something I'm so glad, because I had always wanted to, and just in the last year, I was able to graduate with my
Yes.
master's degree through the Institute of Cosmetology, the IOC, with my master's in cosmetology. And I am very careful to articulate, to define where my master's. I have other degrees in other entities, but it's a privilege, and I'm so proud to actually have it in the field of study that I work. So having my master's in cosmetology is
Yes.
exciting. But you said you were going to explain to your doctorate, so I'm going to let you, or Dr. Bailey, explain how you matriculated through the
Yes.
IOC.
Thank you so much once again. Yes, you really have to get your credentials in order, and your credentials go from local to the nationals, where they will put you, where they will place you. I'm sorry, where they will place you in your correct position based on your credentials. It started from freshman all the way up to doctorate. So it just all depends on your education level. Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
just like you assisted me through the process, just coming in,
Yes.
I like it because it is credentialed. It's no joke.
Yes.
From the other institutions that I had my bachelor's and the other certifications, especially my transcript from the university, it
Yes.
had to be submitted sealed.
Yes.
It was no
Yes.
joke. So, based on your level of experience, years of working in the industry,
Correct.
your educational achievements, they're
Correct.
able to combine all those information. And the dean of students, yes, the IOC has a
Yes.
dean of students. The dean of students then takes all that information,
Yes.
and they are able to place you in the designation of study
Yes.
that you're going to be able to go through the
The
institute.
That is
Yes,
correct.
the IOC.
Yes, and it is an accredited program.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I know you, Dr. Bailey, if you can kind of share what that entails, because we go. It's not like we do it here. Talk about going to the national and what that entails, being gone a week at a time.
Well, I have the pleasure of actually working with the dean of students. So from the time that you actually get all your credentials together, and with Stephanie and Dr. Gatling mentioning, you also can bring all of your community service work into
True.
the table
Yes.
so that you can also lift your level of experience. Because not only do we work in the salon all the time, we do a lot of community service. We do a lot of things to help the community. So in that building, as a team, we all know teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
So when you start at going to national, and we did, this is our 7th year of education. We've gone for about 9 years, but 7 years of education to get to the level of our doctorate. You have the opportunity, of course, going to Washington, D.C., because it's there every year. You start at a level of the degree from when you are placed, either at the freshman level or even master's. Anything above that, you are going to have to take classes. Your classes are detailed. You get an opportunity to do front and center. Front and center means that you are dressed, you have your makeup on, you have a lab coat. We bring this back to the very basis of where it originated from, and that was professionalism, that was
Yes.
cleanliness, sanitary. Your classes include coloring, hair cutting, and you might think that you have mastered hair cutting and you're doing all this stuff, but those instructors,
Yes.
they get you back in tune like you were back
Yeah.
in cosmetology school.
Yes.
And it's a privilege. There's a lot of fun things that go above and beyond that. Just like Stephanie mentioned, we have our sorority. We also have the men's fraternity. Even though we as cosmetologists, there are a plethora of barbers. We have masseuses. those are other things that come to the industry as well. So you get together and you get to meet so many different people, and as she stated, it's a national level.
Yeah.
So people from the Bahamas come. We
Yes.
have lots of people. We're actually going to start instilling areas where we're going to do bilingual classes as
Yes.
well. So with that understanding, it is a foundation that not only brings you to a higher level of professionalism, but camaraderie.
Yes, and which is very important. And I would like to add, in addition to the hair cutting, color, styling, we also have ethics classes. We have psychology. So you're attending a university.
Yes.
You
Yes.
are. And I love the fact that you mentioned that we are multicultural.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
only are we interdisciplinaries, having different disciplines within the beauty industry, but we are definitely embracing all professionals who want to study with us. And like I said, I've always wanted to be a part of the national, and being able to experience that really is a game changer. Okay, so that's the national. We had to talk about the national and to talk about the other entities under its umbrella.
Yes.
So we are the local, the United by
Yes.
Beauty.
Yes.
I don't know if we ought to talk about the local or break the good news about the state. What do you think? Or do you ladies want to go first?
Well,
Where you want to go first?
I think that, locally, it is a pathway to the state.
Yes.
Yes.
So at a local level, we already know that we are encouraging any professional to come and join.
Yeah, who would be your ideal candidate that you would want inside the United by Beauty organization?
Oh my goodness. The ideal candidate would be somebody that has a mindset for the future.
Okay.
Anything above and beyond at the level that they're at. They have to have, and I won't say have to have, because when you get with a group of people, like minds
Yes.
are always going to be in the midst of things. So you might be a little bit shy about something, but still want to get to that level.
Yes.
But when you get with a group of people and they start pushing you to speak out, to compete,
Yes.
to educate and teach, it becomes secondary to you. It's like the back of your hand.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
That is the key word.
Iron sharpens iron.
Shears sharpen shears.
Oh my goodness! Hey. Yes, I like that.
So, with that being said, at the local level, you have to be a part of the state in order to be a part of the national.
Okay.
So, with the exciting news, and I think that Stephanie is like
I'm beaming over
bursting
here.
at the seams to mention, because with us re-establishing our local,
Yes.
it's already gotten to the point where we can already start incurring things for the state.
Yes.
So I'm going to let
Drum
her.
roll,
Yes.
please. Drum roll, please.
Hit
As
it.
we identified, this young lady over here who's been awfully quiet. She's very modest professional, which I love about her. She's used to working behind the scenes, but we're pushing her because of her experience and her capabilities to the forward. Dr. Gatling is our local president of the United by Beauty, but we just got designation from the national because we are in order. We just
Yes.
don't do things out of order.
That's
But
correct.
we got recent designation from the national that Texas has been identified as a state chapter with Dr. Gatling as our president. Dr. Gatling, kind of tell me a little bit about what that entails and where you foresee the building, because we're still, like you said, Dr. Bailey, in a build-up mode. So kind of, I'm going to give you the floor on that.
Okay. Yes. In our state level, as you stated, we're building at local so that we also can build up the state level. State will take you to the nationals. In regards to that, we have a lot of work to do, but we're very excited because Texas now has its own institute.
Yes.
Okay, so with that in mind, when we give classes, you will receive CEU hours, and we're very excited about
Yes,
that. Okay.
yes, yes. And that's huge.
Yes,
That's
that
huge.
is huge for us.
Yes, that's very huge to have that backing of such a powerful organization to
Yes.
have identified that they can trust us to be able to do the work at hand and to
Yes,
be
that
able
is
to train
correct.
the next generation of professionals. I think that's huge. So I'm excited to be at the ground level working with you ladies. We have instructors in the midst. You know, we
Yes,
have Alicia
yes.
McAfee, who's an instructor. You know, you're an
Yes,
instructor. We have
yes.
other professionals, and so we have, and some that are not here.
Yes, that's correct.
We're looking at some of the schools to encourage.
Yes.
So I know
Yes.
that we do have a campaign. I know the person who's leading the school campaign isn't here.
Yes.
But kind of tell us about what we're doing as far as what we will be doing soon.
Yes,
in the
as far as
schools.
the schools, our intentions are to go into the schools to recruit students
Yes.
so that they too can take their education to a higher level.
Yes.
Okay. So hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, we'll actually be
Okay.
in the schools recruiting. Okay.
And I think that's important, and it's so
Yes, yes.
powerful because it saddens me to think about this fine professional entity dying by lack of professionalism or
Yes.
lack of knowledge not being handed on to the next generation.
That is correct.
So having the opportunity, and I think it's an opportunity for us to be able to go into the cosmetology schools, identify those who want to work, they can
Yes.
shadow us and work alongside of us.
That
and
is
not only
correct.
can they glean from us, but I look forward to learning things from the young people.
Yes, that is correct.
Exactly.
I really do.
There
So
is much to be learned.
I think it's going to be a win-win. I think,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Well,
So-
I just
yes.
not to cut you off.
Not at
Stephanie.
all.
Dr. Gatling, as far as and she did mention that we are going to start going into the schools.
Yes.
We do have a marketing and director that
Yes.
works with us, and she wasn't able to be here. But in as much as Stephanie was busting at the seams to tell us about our new state president,
Uh-huh.
I want you to know that Stephanie and Alicia McAfee were also designated from the national level
Yes.
as recruiters.
Yes.
So you will see their faces quite often and frequently. So with
Yes.
that being said,
Yes.
she also is being very modest about what she does. And this woman is no joke about what she believes in and the level of professionalism that she wants to bring into this industry and keep it there. So I'm very proud and look forward to the opportunity of her recruiting and saying, I got this person, we got 100 people, we got 1,000, because Texas is big
Yes.
and we do it
Yes,
big.
it is.
Yes.
So we're going to bling it on.
Thank you. As our T-shirts say, UBB,
yeah.
born to
bling.
bling. So yes, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yes. I think Alicia, as well as I, were kind of, our names were being called, come up to the front.
Yes,
And
yes.
given that charge to have the responsibility to bring in others to the fold, I think it's a huge responsibility, but it was a very gratifying position to be placed in. So
Correct.
being from Oklahoma, in addition to Texas, I said, well, I'll help recruit and get somebody established there because we want all 50 states. I think it's sad to go to the national and we have states that are not accounted for. So I would like for us to be strong throughout the
Yes.
nation.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're going to do our part.
And just
yes,
like you were saying,
yes, we are.
even though you are local in Texas,
Uh-huh.
your home front is Oklahoma,
Yeah.
but your mindset is
National. Hey.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Because see, we can, it gets so exciting because we see the vision.
right.
Yeah.
What's
right.
the word say?
Yes.
Write the vision,
Write the
make
vision,
it plain.
make it plain.
Yes.
We're going to make it plain.
Yes. So
We're gonna be
all
on the
the
plane.
world can
Yes.
see. And they'll know exactly. They won't have to guess what we're doing. They're going to know.
Exactly.
They're going to know. So I'm excited. So yes. And also, I want to talk a little bit. You did mention the sorority and the fraternity, Beta Nu Sigma. We were also, this 100th year was busy for us. We not only got our state president, but we also got our chapter name for our actual chapter here in San Antonio, right?
Yes.
That is
Okay.
correct. That is
So with
correct.
that, I was also, and I'm looking forward to it, made Dean of Pledges. So I am going to be able to, as you ladies did for me, to be able to prepare the pledges for
Yes.
national.
Right.
And
Yes.
I don't haze, but we're going to make it fun. But because the thing about it is to make sure that they know the rich history of not only our organization but the sorority, do community things. So I really want to make that really fun. So we got a lot of things that we have going on
Exactly.
here with the
Exactly.
organization.
Yes.
Is there any last information? You have some books here, both of you. Can you kind of tell? Some of them are kind of thick.
Yes.
Can you kind of tell me what you got?
Over, as we've stated, we have been in the industry probably over 100 years, but we celebrated since we established in 1919. And this is the second and third edition. And she says it's thick. This book takes you all the way back to 1919. It has pictures of the origination, all the presidents, where they came from, what they stood for. And just like Stephanie said, we at this point have states that are not represented. At this point in time, there was not one state that was not represented.
Yes.
So you'll get to see the history of all of that in this book. And we're making history today.
Yeah.
So we will be in this book next year.
Okay. And Dr. Gatling, what do you have here?
Yes, and the book that I'm holding is our National Beauty Cultures League Handbook.
Okay.
This is what you will be guided by. These are our guidelines. As you can see, it has our president name, our dean of education
Yes.
is on here. So this is what we will be guiding you by, okay? It's not our personal thing, but this is our guideline.
Yes.
And as a president, I'm kind of quiet, but I'm very strict. So we'll be following this guideline to the T, okay?
What she's saying is we don't make it up as we go.
Correct.
That we have some
Yes.
rules intact, and that's
Yes.
the only way they were
Yes.
able to have it going for so long. And one
Yes.
thing I will say is that it is so awesome, for lack of a better word, to be part of a rich organization of women and men and minority professionals that has weathered the storms of time for
Yes.
100 years. Not
Yes.
many businesses can say that, not many organizations. So to be a part of that, I think is stellar. So
Yes.
we're running out of time, but before we do, I just want to, I know that I want you to repeat, because there may be someone who's interested in knowing, wanting to get in contact with you, Dr. Gatling, and you as
Okay.
well, Dr. Bailey. So just kind of give some information.
Okay, what I'm gonna do also, I'm gonna give you the website for the nationals
Yes.
in case you want to start looking at some information. So it'll be www.nbcl.info. I repeat, www.nbcl.info.
Okay.
Okay.
And in regards to the UBB,
Yes.
which is our local, we're on Facebook. And earlier in our segment, we did mention that UBB has several entities under it, but ours is the only one that has the cap and gown, and that means education.
Education.
Yeah.
So, as Stephanie stated, we are closing out. But I just want to say this: if IOC is meant to be, it's up to us.
It's up to us. Yeah.
It's up to us. So if cosmetology is going
Yeah.
to stay professional, it's up to us. So link up with us.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. With that said, I think that we can end today's show with giving the viewers a lot of information, great information. So I just want to thank you, Dr. Gatling, and thank you, Dr. Bailey, for sharing this rich information with us. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in once again to ManeHealth. This is Stephanie Anderson. Take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.